Hey everyone, welcome back to another relaxing long play in Planet Coaster 2. In today's episode, we're continuing and finishing the Wilderness Escape Park, taking our time with some final details, scenery, and adding a couple more rides. So, no rush here, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the build. Alright, here we are. So last time, in the last episode at least, we finished up this coaster and basically finished up the Granite Peaks area. So I don't think there's anything else I need to really do here. It's looking pretty good. People seem to like this. Let's see if we're getting any complaints, but no, looks good so far. And a little bit more tame. I wish did ride photos out of. What do you mean? Don't we have? Yeah. Is it connected to? It is. That's strange. Maybe it'll fix itself over time. And then we got our first coaster here. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna head over to our Fireside Summit area. Last time we had put the Dockhouse Grill in. We got some guests already having some meals. Let's go ahead and actually get rid of that. We don't need that. And I don't think we opened this up yet. Nope. Yeah, the scenery bonus is so low, but it's more for the aesthetic. Let's go ahead and make that $2 because it's just a Ferris wheel. Nothing too exciting. And maybe just to add some scenery, we could actually... There is lights. Something as simple as maybe this. And oops, getting stuck on some random thing there. If I actually place this right here, will rotational just go on this? No, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Oh, it goes around like that. Don't like that. Maybe we have to just hand place it. We can do that, no worries. And one right here. Just a very simple scenery bonus push. And in the center, maybe we can add, if there is like an exciting, yeah, this could work. And I like the blue, okay. Let's actually grab this color. I'm not the biggest fan of this red and orange. I get why it's that, because it's a sun. I forget what the name of this coaster actually is. What is this called? Star Wheel, okay. Let's go ahead and change this. What would that look like? Okay, something. Not a fan of that. We can change that to like a black. And let's see what this looks like. This could look so weird, to be honest. Nah, not that. Where's the silver? Yeah. And then maybe this works. You guys let me know. That we can probably change to something like that. Okay. I am a fan. I think if we change these to black, And then you have that blue, like neon looking outline. It looks pretty cool. And the interior, yeah, I like the interior being yellow like that. That's cool. Kind of matches the doghouse grill colors. Very simple fix. I don't think scenery modus did much there. I wonder what else we could actually add to this, because I could make a custom pillar that goes up. To be honest, I don't want to get too fixated on this. We're gonna leave that as it is because it looks cool. It looks really cool from, let's see if we can actually see it from down here. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and make a coaster right here. And I think we'll use the new coaster that was added. I'm trying to think if we want it here or over here. You know what? We can do it here. And I don't remember what the name is, so we'll just go to the contact packs. Yes, there it is. The new gen inverting suspended. Perfect. First time building with this coaster, so I'm pretty excited. We can have the station maybe come from... Yeah, this could work. Do we raise it up a little bit though? Maybe we do. Okay. That's cool. I don't know why, but I like that black station color. Looks kind of like a watermelon vibe, right? I might not change that. That looks so nice. And this is the chain lift. We don't need that just yet. Yeah, we'll do this just so we can get a curve going. Do I put... Yeah, we can do that. And just make sure that's all off. Perfect. And then right here, we'll go ahead and start our chain lift. Do we go 40 degrees? And then to 50, yeah. Perfect. Because I don't believe we have the LSM track on this, so we want to gather as much speed as we can get. How many meters high are we? I think this was about 40 some meters. Yeah, the guests are really going to be seeing that when they enter this park, right? Yeah, we'll go right about there. And perfect. What's the difference? Did I do... I think I might have used this friction wheel lift, which we should have done drive tires. We'll change that. These guys are here. We'll go ahead, change it to that. Perfect. And let's make sure we're also putting this to testing. Turn off our catwalk. Perfect. So many buttons to press, right? Now, they're suspended, right? So I want to make sure even when we get loops and rolls in that it looks good. This might be the generator from the last episode that we just made the silly call of just, you know, we're just replacing it as we go, right? It doesn't really make sense. Now, I want to see how this looks. That's pretty scary. I'm so excited to see what this looks like. Okay. Straighten out there. And then just start curving it up a little bit. We don't need it to be that high anymore. Oh, that's fast. Alright, that needs to be smoother. We'll definitely smooth that out. Okay, and go ahead and bring it down. Straighten it out a little bit here. I hope this comes out to be a nice coaster, guys. I really do. I'm excited to just ride this. I think it looks like a... Wow, that speed is... It might be a little dangerous. It kind of slows down there. Kind of. Let's actually go ahead and smooth this out because I just want to see... what it looks like. And I'm not going to use my usual smoothing techniques. We're just going for not even rushing it. It's more of, you know, wanting to see the end result. Let's see what that looks like. It kind of did bring it up a little bit. Let's smooth that section first. Okay. To be honest, this curve might be a little bit too short and tight for how much speed you're picking up here. So I'm hoping, yeah, the smoothing is bringing it out a little bit. Let's see if we can do it ourselves. Okay. Now I hear it coming up the chain lift. Let's see if we can just give that a ride. Oh, I hope this is fun, but smooth. Oh, that's intimidating. Okay. Okay. And not bad, actually. Not too bad. I like it. Maybe I can actually... 6 meters is fine for us for now. Let's go ahead and try using some of their pre-made loops and stuff. Just to give it a try. I wonder if we pick up enough speed there. That looks terrible. Let's see how much speed we pick up. Okay, not bad. And right, ooh. I feel like the G-forces might be a little intense, so we'll have to find out what it's like. And maybe come down here, slightly start coming up. Not bad. Imagine making $90,000 in a day. I'd love it. I would absolutely love that. And now it's snowing. Cool. Yeah, this is that same generator. I just know it. Okay. And I think that's kind of nice where, yes, you're seeing this giant chain lift, but this loop right in front of the station is pretty cool. Now, do we reverse and then come? Because I do want to go this direction. What options do we have? Okay. We're going to find out at the end. I feel like this might have too much fear. I'm worried about that. I want to see how much, actually, rather than doing that, you can see right here how much speed we're picking up. Okay. 66, about 65 miles per hour over there, not bad. Again, a little speed there. Let's hope we're not losing a lot right here. Okay, that's not too bad. And then, cool. That's enough for us to make a roll. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Get our flashlight on. That did a little bit of help. And it is pretty low to the ground. Please do not judge my roll too much, guys. It's not going to be the best. I'm going to try to get the heart. I think that's what they call it, right? When you make a roll, to try to achieve the heart, the center, as smooth as you can get it. This is not going to be... Oof. Let's just see what it looks like when it's done. Okay, let's try to smooth that out a little bit. I want to see if it has enough speed to go through the roll itself. Okay. Oh, that's... Excuse me? Something did not work out well there. We're going to have to delete it. Okay. So, I have to remember that they are suspended. And they're coming through this side. And so, we do need to... Okay, if they're coming like this, something ain't right here. How am I confusing this so? It can't be that tough, right? I don't see why that would be so hard to do. I know it's easy, I'm just not having the best luck on trying to figure it out. Okay, coming upside down this way. So you're gonna want to moving up, coming down, and then it needs to twist all around. And start coming up again. We might have gotten it. Maybe. Okay. Kind of have the heart, the center done. Let's see if it comes all the way through. Okay. Twist, turn around, okay. Not very smooth, but I think the overall ride path is exactly what we wanted. Let's not mess up the shape at least, but we'll smooth out. Okay. I'm sure one of you or more of you are watching this and they're like, not the exact way I would make a roll or a coaster, especially for the suspended one. I'm sure a lot of people were waiting for this coaster to be in the game too, so I hope you are happy it is, because I think it looks really cool. It's fantastic. And let's go ahead and check out what the roll looks like. So this is a little tough. We may need to change these. Okay. Let's go ahead. A little tough, huh? Like, not exactly smooth. I think it's because these sections here might be a little longer than they need to be. I assume. Might need to tighten it up a little bit. I think that's what might help us. Sorry if you guys are hearing constant clicking. I will find out a way to not have my keyboard and mouse sound not pick up in the mic, because I'm sure that's not the most fun. Okay. Let's actually, because that's blocking me, how does that look? We kind of have the heart, not really the way I would have liked. Let's go ahead and see this. Okay. Not the worst. Not entirely the worst. It's kind of nice. Being that it's my first time with this coaster, I'm kind of excited to practice and see what we can get done with it. I think it'll be really fun. Maybe not go straight into something like that. They just came out of a roll, and then let's go ahead and lift up a little bit. I don't think we're gonna have enough speed. We'll find out in just a second. I think we... that gets very slow, doesn't it? Oh. Maybe it's better if we go under. Definitely in the ground, aren't we? We'll have to terraform that out. Actually, I could just do this right now, just to help us out. Okay. Kind of looks like a graveyard for the... I don't know, there's something about that shape. And I'm trying to think, maybe we put something in this space. Okay. Pick up some speed there, and then we'll go ahead and turn this around. Start going back towards the station. That is kind of high up, isn't it? I'm going to bring you down a little. See if the idea I have actually works here. Once we smooth it out, I'm hoping this looks a lot better. Let's see how much speed we get coming through here. Yeah, that's really slow, isn't it? But hopefully... Okay. Yeah, that's the direction. Perfect. And start heading back to the station. Let's hope that we have enough speed for that. Where are you? Okay. Whoa. Oh, I thought it was going backwards. I was like, did we lose our speed? No. We are good. Awesome. Did I somehow go upside down again? Yes, I did. That's okay. I'm okay with it. That makes no sense. You know what? We're having fun with it. We are gonna make it work. We are gonna totally make this work. Okay. And let's go ahead and actually get the end here. We have friction brakes, and I'm assuming we have a block section. I don't think the block section, I have enough space to put another train in. Let's see if it works for me. Catwalk on. And then we come over here. Friction brakes on. Yeah, that's fine. Do we want friction brakes? Yes. Yeah, that's fine. We want to do finish this as close as we can get it. And let's see. I'll smooth this out and then see if I can replace these tracks. Okay. I know I can go smooth direction like backwards or forwards, but I think doing a section by section might be a little easier. Although it would be even better if these were 4 meters tracks. I think that's going to take too much time. Let's see how much speed we're coming in here. Okay. A little bit aggressive on the speed, right? We'll find out what the testing details are in a second. Okay, and really? Did you even have any guest? No. Let's finish this and then we'll head over there and fix that. Okay, so we did the smoothing on that section, so we're good there. We'll do a test run right after this. This may be my jankiest like coaster in this type of style, but I am somewhat proud of it. Okay guys, I'm a little bit proud of getting this done. Yeah, that's kind of strange, wasn't it? We'll see what that looks like when we write it. This might come up a little bit if I smooth. Yeah. I wanted it to finish its path. I know if I started smoothing as it goes, it would just go away. And then I think we're almost there. Yeah. There's a lot of supports on this coaster too. This might be a little too aggressive of a lift, because we're not really winding down either over here, are we? We're kind of going there, but if we do that, might lift it. Nope. Okay. Now let's move that. All right, and finish this side off. I hope you guys like this. I really do. Okay. Now the question is, what do we name this coaster? Because it is the first coaster in the Fireside Summit area. It's a suspended coaster, so what do we name it? Okay. I don't know why this looks kind of weird right here. We're just gonna go for the 9, guys. We're gonna go full strength of 9. All right. Let's go ahead and see what this is like. Perfect, we're right at the top. Okay. That was a little tough. Much better. Okay. Not the worst. The first roll is, I'm proud of it. I'm happy with that. Second one was a little bit tough. Is it not showing me testing rating because there's no power maybe? So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. I think a distributor should be fine. Go ahead and tuck it right under the station. I believe we have a generator. Awesome. And if you guys remember, there was a couple of sections where there's a little wobble. I think it was somewhere right here. Yeah, I think that right there looks kind of off. Let's go ahead and smooth that out. And then there was even this transitioning into the, like, going downwards was a little tough too. So definitely building this type of coaster takes a little bit of practice. I'm getting some idea of how, you know, transitioning from a turn curve like this into a drop and then going again into a turn. From first person view on the coaster, it looks a little tough, so we have to make sure it doesn't, right? And then I believe there was wobble because I think it is a bit extended, right? Where is our coaster? Let's see what the other turn looks like here. Okay, yeah, right there, that's odd. What is that? Is that this right here? I think it's that. I hope I'm fixing it, because... What do you mean there's no power? We literally put power in. What are you talking about? And then... This was generally smooth. Okay. Can I add more trains now? Only 5-4. I don't know if that's gonna work for us because of the weight. I think the speed is gonna be a lot worse now. Like it's not gonna be as smooth as it was with 8 cars in a train. But let's see. Okay. I love that roll, I really do. Okay, the wobble there got fixed. Perfect. I'm glad we got that done. Wow, that gets so slow there. As well as here. Okay. That's not good at all. And I don't think we had that issue with 8. How many can we fit? 8, okay. Let's see now. Sorry for the speed up, guys. I just want to check the speed. How bad does it get? Okay, it seems... Yeah, it seems fine now. Seems a lot better. So we'll just stick to that from now on. Next time we'll just make the station a lot bigger to fit 2 trains. Now we know. But yeah, this speed is much cleaner. I'm happy with it. That's very interesting. I think the weight of the individual cars on the train really makes a big difference. We have to keep that in mind. Wow, I'm happy. I'm very happy about that score. 6.2 on excitement, 4 fear, and 1.4 on nausea. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. How long did that take us to do? Maybe like 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes, coaster, all finished up. Not complaining. And we'll place the exit right about here. Maybe at the end there. Okay. Where is railing? Let's actually change this to, since we're in Fireside Summit. Okay. Straight and 90 degrees, perfect. Is that the ground? That's leveled, okay. And right about there, perfect. Now we can go ahead and get rid of our railings. Lovely, I like that, okay. And for our queue, do we go for the same wood path? I think I'm gonna do these because it's a little more intense. I'm gonna keep the watermelon look. I really do like that. And actually we'll keep the brown, and then this, what is that water? We'll do green or pink? Let's do green. Okay. Actually, we could probably just grab the color if it'll let me pick the coaster. Okay. We'll just go ahead and grab that. Lovely. Brown and green, does that go? We'll find out right now. It's kind of tough. It's not that great. Maybe we do dim gray. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go for dim gray. Although the station is pretty dark. Yeah. I know it's not that big of a difference, but I think it works for us for now. And then we're not trying to take them underground. Okay. I forgot that I can just press this and it'll level to the ground. Some things, you know, you just gotta remind yourself. And do we have this come out? We'll keep this. Actually. Yeah. Well. Be cool while you're waiting you see that. So let's do that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. And when it comes around here, pull it. Perfect. I think it works. Yeah. Okay. Pretty bare bones right now. So, did not think of a name, sadly. We'll call it the... Since this is Fireside Summit area, we can call this Fireside Hang, since you're hanging. What do you guys think? Are we a fan? Fireside hang. Yeah. I like it. That is expensive. With the 5% scenery bonus, who is charging 26 bucks? No, I'm sorry, we're not doing that to the guest. We're already rich as heck, right? Unlimited money. We don't need to charge our guests like that. Was this always blue? Maybe I just didn't see it last time. I guess it was always blue. Okay. Let's go ahead and cover up our station, the bottom section, as well as that distributor. Did I use modern wood on this? I did. Okay. We'll do that. This is modern wood? Yes, it is. And I'm fine with that color. Now, we could, no, we shouldn't do that, because you do have this space where you're not really getting hurt by that, but we should not. Awesome, that was easy. And let's go ahead and get this in. Yeah, that just, it looks more seamless. Perfect. Don't you love it when everything just connects right? Alright. It's the little things, right? Makes me so happy. Okay. Although, I guess I don't need all the big pieces. That's fine. And we'll go ahead and duplicate that. Yeah, I think that's why I didn't select these before. Oops. Okay. There we are. And you guys know how much I dislike the whole flickering that happens here, so we're gonna fix that right now. Do I just continue with the modern? Actually, does that work with our theme here? Not exactly, but for some reason, actually this would work better in the Yosemite area, the granite peaks area, because granite being rocks and such, so we won't place that here. What we can do actually is put the plaster. Yeah, we can do plaster. I was thinking stucco, but I think plaster might be better for us right now. Okay, that is bright. If we do brown and kind of bring it a little more neutral, like off-white. Looks darker over here, but not really here, right? Go ahead and make that a lot larger. How large can I get this? Where it fits? Yes, we can just use one. This will really save on pieces. Just need it to come up just a little bit, and then maybe fill this in. Perfect. All the way through here. Yeah, I like that. We'll keep this as is, just as a stepping like warning for the guest, so that they know where they're going. Okay. sure it's not sticking out. Perfect. And then over here, we'll bring this down to, maybe we just need 150. Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Because again, we want to use that warning, like step zone. Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay. Will I be able to get away with this and not have to use two pieces? That's okay. Welcome back. And airplanes keep falls into a stop movement. Okay. Very simple. Very, very simple, right? Where is our modern wall? Yeah, we're not going to do the full walls for this. We'll go ahead, just make some arches on the door, and then square shape for this. Okay. And do we put the, what is it called? Station surround? Do I do this? Does it really mix well with this coaster style? I don't really like how it's sticking. I'm sorry. I don't like how it's sticking through. That's my only problem with it. But it really does look good. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what this looks like. My other idea I have, where we add these to just cover these gaps, just to make it look more realistic. Okay. Yeah, it kind of goes a lot better now than it did earlier. Go ahead, turn that around. There we go. Yeah, I think that should be fine. We're okay with it. I believe I did townhouse before. Do we continue with that? Let's actually see what our wood roof options are. Aged wood. I kind of do like that, to be honest. Yeah. We have to keep an eye because that's there. It does go pretty high up, so if we do this, we need to go for, is this already the floor? No, that wasn't, okay. Let's hope this works. Or it just looks nice. What are actually my other options for wood roofs? Yeah, not too many, right? I kind of like that more. Yeah, I like that a lot more. Maybe we change the color to... That's too similar to the walls. What do we go for here? I kind of want to do this. Maybe just to complement the green, we don't go full on neon green. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, actually. I'm not going to overthink it. We're going to go for that. That looks really cool. Goes well with the supports as well. And where is the slate? There it is. 4 meter. This is a very, very simple build, right? It is kind of fun to not have to put so much detail into it, as much as I really, you guys have no idea how much I actually do love doing that. But sometimes it is fun to just make a simple station build, not have to go too crazy on it. I don't think this really goes for our look here. Do we have modern flat? No, we don't. I'm just typing in a bunch of random things, aren't I? I don't know if I really like this type of wood here. I think that could work. It's not sticking out too much, right? Yeah. You're not really seeing that, it's just a cover. How does it look from in here? Yeah. I think that should be totally fine. Okay. A very simple build. We'll go ahead and add some trees and such, because as you guys know, that is the shortcut. Smooth that out a little bit. What I could do to make this much more professional looking, that was definitely the wrong button, or not the wrong elevation for us. Okay, so if I can actually just get this evened out, we can make a bit of a, I don't remember what the word is called. It's not a tunnel, but it's to basically make the gap or the hole in the ground look like it was meant to be there. You guys will see what I mean in just a second here. How much gap, or how much space do we have between each? Okay. And now if we take our, I believe I want to use plaster would be the best here. Divided, no. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and make a kind of grayish hue. Yeah, that should be perfect. And I'll push that back just so it's easier. Okay, and we'll go ahead and group these together. Oh, that's why. And we'll push that as well. Okay. I should probably put this piece in and see if it aligns better. It'd be easier if we get our flashlight out, right? Because then you're not able to see exactly where you're going. Sometimes a flashlight's not as helpful as we would like it to be. Wow, why does that kind of come down? How is that happening? Okay, interesting. Did not know that was going on. Because if I bring it more down, it's just gonna... Okay, I don't think you're really seeing too much of that, so we're not gonna be too fixed on that. That's what I was worried about, is how are their feet not hitting this? Let's see here. Push it back. That was my opportunity to see how far back that actually goes. I'll just smooth that out. Okay. And does this... Does this actually need to be here? If I do put it, I will have to put it pretty far back. Then we'll have to push that back, which is totally fine. I should have actually seen how far their legs dangle, so let's have them come around. Where are they? I don't think they've left. Okay, coming around. Alright, here they are. Alright, this is the real test here. So this would work right here. Just a little far back. Yeah. Okay. And then right here, what's going on? Oh. It's pretty close, right? It's if somebody's like 7 feet tall, their legs are gonna be dangling pretty far. We might have to fix that too. This works totally fine. So we'll just extend this as well as that. Bring it out here. And that's fine. You're not going to be seeing too much of that. And then we'll go ahead and remove the extra pieces here. And at the base, we'll go ahead and add some more of that plaster. Yeah, that should be fine. Perfect. Isn't that just so lovely when it works out like that? How many more do I need? Oh, just 2. They're not going to see that. Okay. All right. I'm a fan. And I think we add some lights on the bottom of that just to make it look a little bit more professional. Now, what are the appropriate lights here though? Do we do something like this? Maybe this can go on the side. No, these are the hanging lights. I know there must be a light that would be most appropriate for this. And it was probably these ones out here. If we actually color these. Why do I have it on pause? I'm sorry. What is This is not color, okay. Which one is a color? This one? I do like, I'm just gonna keep going with the tan. What is the black though? That's what I wonder. Where's the black color coming in through? And do we just do that? Do we just add it to these sides? Okay. Amazing. That makes me really happy. I think that looks great. We'll just center them up a little bit more. Oops. Okay. Yeah, that looks about the same. And then go ahead and do the same to the other side. Make sure it's in the wall. Cool. I think that looks really cool. Yeah. This could be a little bit, you know, smoother. But let's see what that looks like when they come through it. Yeah, that gets pretty close there, right? But I think it should be totally fine. Okay. Now, I know this isn't perfect, as well as it does just look like a box. I think the best way for us to fix that, actually, I have an idea. I don't know if this is an actual real thing, right? An actual fix. What would you call that? What are they called? Maybe it'll be here at framework or facilities. Let's see. No, most likely framework. And then not the scaffolding. Oh, support platform. This is this could, let's see. Just to make it look like, you know, it's not an absolute random box and that it is useful or usable. Maybe if we do that, it'll come all the way through. Oops. That's too bad. We'd have to do that. Okay. Hope you guys are not laughing at my idea here. Okay, and just have it come out this way. Just to cover up those gaps. Not the biggest fan of that, but that's okay. Can do the same thing on this side. Okay. It's giving me very Star Wars kind of vibes. I don't know why. It just really is, but I think it's cool. I'm a fan. Let's see what that looks like in first person. Okay. Yeah, it works a lot better, I think, having the grates around it. Even though they may just seem very unfunctional, not really a thing, I think it works. And I could go way in depth with this and then just start making, you know, a whole facility maybe in this corner. But we're not gonna do that. I just feel like if I can maybe add one, just a random thing here. I have an idea, but I don't know if it's actually gonna work. Because I wanted to see if this could be a facility for the staff, the mechanics at least, where they work on making sure the maintenance on the coaster is good. But I don't think that's going to work too well. So let's go ahead and just add some scenery around this. We'll go ahead and do... maybe just stick to the pine trees. And I was thinking about putting a flat ride here, but does it make it just too, you know, ridiculous? Is that just nonsense? Because we do have a lot of space. We have enough space to do it. But if I wanted to make some more tighter space, I could definitely do that. Instead, what we'll do actually, where's our lake? It's right here. What if we had a pond with a little stream, almost like a river that just goes down this way? I think that works, right, guys? Yeah. I hope you're enjoying the episode today. A few new things we've tried. I'm having fun, especially because we got to finally test out and create the new suspended coaster. I was hoping to do that for some time now. And we got to do it in this episode, so that's really cool. We'll definitely experiment with it and see what else we, you know, can create. I think there's some really cool ideas I might have for that coaster. 25 meters might be too much. That might be a lot too, actually. Okay. Go ahead and smooth it out. We definitely have quite a few ponds and lakes in this park, but I love them. They're so cool. But so far, out of all the Frontier games, the Jurassic Evolution 3 takes the cake when it comes to waterfall. Like, just the whole mechanic on making a waterfall in that game is a game changer for me. And I just wish, I don't know if that's possible to make in an update in the future, where we can get that same feature in this game. Because I think that would be a blessing. I don't know how high of a priority that is for them. Even if I make a ticket on their website, like, are they even gonna look at that and just be like, no, we're not doing that? Like, are they gonna take me seriously at all? If you happen to be watching Frontier, if there's some chance of that, which would be so cool, can you do that? Can you add the waterfalls from Jurassic World 3 into this, into Planet Coaster 2. That's all I ask. Among a couple of other things, but that one's a priority. Okay. And just to, instead of what I usually do is line the sides with rocks, we are gonna take the tropical rocks. I know we're not in a tropical setting at all, but because they're dark, they really bring the look together. I'm worried about them, their legs hitting these rocks. We might have to think about that. Okay. These rocks are a lot darker than I remember. They really do stick out, don't they? It's okay. We are going to go with that. And you are floating. Did you know that? You as well. Okay. I can move you to maybe over here. Do you have any more floaters? This one. Okay. You know what? We're going to open this up. Cool. We only brought up the scenery bonus by 5%. Isn't that just lovely? Okay. I just want to see what actually was. That might be my lowest yet. Maybe the coaster needs to go through a few times, but I get it. I get why that's the case here. We'll go ahead and add a bush combo too. Really are taking a shortcut with our scenery here today, aren't we? I like it. I think it's gonna bring it together. The highlight of this coaster is the coaster itself. Everything else is just extra sightseeing for them. Okay. I'm gonna pause that because I see the coaster on the chain lift and we should definitely get a complete ride in with the sunset. Are we at sunset time right now? I can't even tell. I think we are. Alright, and then we'll also see if our legs are hitting those rocks. Alright, hope you guys enjoy. Wow, okay, cool. My one complaint would be this loop right here. It's a little too aggressive. And I believe when we're here, I think it is, yeah, we do hit this tree. So let's go ahead and fix that right now. I don't know if you guys really saw this, like much of this, right? Little pond and river thing we made. It's not as visible, but it looks cool, right? So I could add one more thing here, but yeah, overall the coaster is cool. I think I'm pretty happy with the way we can create rolls. This is my favorite roll. Obviously we worked the longest on it. These ones definitely need work, these two right here. So that was just more practice, so I look forward to making better rules for you guys, but I just don't like this. This is too aggressive. I know I can change it, but for now, sorry for saying the word but over and over, but I just did it again. I would like to not do this ever again. We will not be using this piece, especially after such it's not an aggressive drop, but we are picking up a lot of speed here. So we'll keep that one in mind. And I think we can actually add, oh, apparently I cannot spell aquatic. I think we can add something here, being that this is the lake area. It might be a little too purple though. So we do have the watermelon colored train. Yeah, I wonder if there's something maybe a little more less purple. That's okay. We're not gonna. This should be fine. Here. Just adding a few of these details, I think, does go a long way. It's very random, isn't it? Because we got these dark rocks, and then you got these purple rocks, and these green shrubs. You know what, I'm happy, and it seems like they are happy as well. That's cool. You guys, I think you guys are gonna enjoy this. Okay. I was thinking we can add something here, but as the coaster comes around this way, your eyesight never reaches the center of this, so there really isn't a point adding something there, as well as same thing here. But I think you do kind of see something here. We can definitely add another. What is this? I just don't like the floating submarine. We're gonna get silly with it. Can I take actually the... Okay, I should try to actually add those fishies under. These guys are cool. The singing eels, you can definitely do that. Is anybody else bopping their head like I am right now? So it's these two who do the solos. You guys are great singers. How about Junior here? Oh, these guys are cool. Okay. We're gonna have to make a concert hall for you guys, to be honest. And then I saw those fishes. Is that something... Oh, okay, this is something I downloaded off the workshop. But... no, I just clicked the same one. Is there one the Frontier just used on that scenery piece? Maybe if I type in fish. They're not moving though. They are. These guys are so cool. That's really cool. I'll double check. I think I got this from the workshop. We'll definitely add the description, or not description, the code for this if you guys want to download it yourself. I don't think you're really seeing this, but I think it looks cool. Some random scenery, but it works. We got a full train there. Oh, this is popular. I love it. Okay, that's great. That is absolutely great. Now, we call this the fireside hang, right? go ahead and add a sign. Do we keep going with the aquatic? Maybe something with some more like wood accent on it. It could actually come right here, and I believe we had some pink in the train, but that might not look great, so we won't do that. We could do this, darken it up. No, actually, can I brighten it? There you go. Something like that. Make this more tan. Actually, let's do this. I think I like that more for some reason. Bring this back here. Have it a bit suspended, right? We'll put some supports behind it. Okay, that's not hanging? Perfect. And yeah, I think I like the caviar brush. Actually, might blend too much in the background. Let's see. As well as that, unless we put a black shadow behind it, which is something we can do, this will definitely pop more. Yeah, let's do that. A simple hack for you guys, if you ever want to do that, is duplicate, make it the same font, and just make it a little black, and stick it right behind. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. Maybe you guys already do this. I love to do this. It really makes your signs pop a little better. Okay. And maybe, is that kind of centered? And bring it out here. And delete this one. And this was the color we want. Just bring it out a little in front. Depending on what direction you want to go. I think we're going to go like this. Yeah. Don't need to bring it out like a lot, just a little bit, just enough. Awesome. And fireside hang. Do we keep the hang the same font? No. Maybe we keep the same font. I think that's the idea I'm getting here. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and duplicate it. Black. I don't know why I just duplicated it again. We got like 3 rows right there. Okay. If I make this bigger, will that be kind of... No, that's fine. Alright. And duplicate it for a 4th time? Is that what this is? Yeah. And for the color on this one, we'll go for that green. Okay. Maybe this one we have go to the right, a little bit down. Maybe it's better if we go the same direction. Yeah. Alright, that looks good. Very simple. Do we have actually those posters? We don't have any filters on, right? Okay. I believe it's in the toy box pack. Will it be here though? I hope so. Looks like it's not here. Where would those stickers or the new posters that they got for us? Or added in the pack at least? I hope I find it. I don't want to spend too much time looking for that. That is strange. I could have sworn that we had gotten... Okay, so there's these. Maybe this was what I'm looking for. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Is there like a, you know, the San Diego bro hang loose side? That'd be so cool if they actually did that. I could make a custom one, but I think I'm not the best at making those. And so I feel like it might take a while. We could add... Where is... I thought I saw a hand. Did we just put a hand? You guys promise you won't make fun of me, right? Those are sticking out quite a bit, aren't they? We'll delete this. We'll definitely add that back in, but I did not realize they're sticking out so much. Okay. Same thing here. I like the sound effect. It's like a quick, just a quick drawing. You guys hear that? I hope you do. I think that sounds so cool. Okay. What do you guys think? I like it. I don't know why. I am a fan. I mean, no, I shouldn't say I don't know why. I know why. It's simple, but eye-catching. Let's see what that looks like from the ground. That's cool. And then you have the coaster behind it. A little silly, but it looks cool. And we'll actually go ahead and actually add just a couple of lights in the front so it doesn't look too dark. We don't want our guests to bumping into anything. What do we have for light options that might go well with this? These are the toy box ones. Yep. We're not gonna go too heavy on the toy box back here. Is this a megaphone, but also a light? Oops. I like it if we just have maybe 3, 4 of these go across. Yeah. I should have known. I should have known. Okay, perfect. That's great. And then I really like the snow situation. How does it look in here actually? I haven't seen this. That's so cool. Still kind of random, but at least it's adding some color to the area. I'm happy about that. We're gonna go for just some modern lights here. I think this will be our best bet. Change it to a tan, as well as keep that green color going. Are you on the wall? Thank you. Might be too thick. Or sorry, too narrow. No, that works. Alright. Would you look at that, guys? That took us, what, about an hour? It took us about an hour to get all of this done. Not too bad. It really does fill up the space, huh? Let's see what everything looks like. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad we added this. It does complement the lake, and then we have this small one right here. I completely forgot we had this too. That's cool. Wow, I'm happy. We do need to add more lights on our path as well. But let's get another coaster that's pre-made. And we'll stick that maybe... We need more shops here as well. So, I guess walking over here? You are. How are you guys not freezing? You guys should have complained or something. Okay. Maybe one up here. Where is our heat? I think that's covering some area. We'll get one right here. Perfect. And we're gonna keep the bridge cold. I'm sorry. Okay. This is where power becomes a nuisance again. I was wondering, I was like, you should be able to be powered. You definitely need a heat lamp while you're having some food. Let's get one maybe in here. Right here. Maybe I should be putting this in the center. Perfect. Okay. I totally forgot to make sure our Ferris wheel friends here. Is anybody riding this? Be honest. It is looking empty. Very, very empty. And that is understandable. Oh, is it because of the operations? That's 49%. Go ahead and refurbish you. We need more power. To be honest, we do have this generator. This space for the generator back here. Where can the staff path come? Maybe right through there. Makes sense. Cool, we got that powered up too. Let's make sure something that I didn't do was get the staff path out here. Yeah, I like the brown, that should be fine. Try not to stick to it maybe? It's not gonna happen. Yeah, we're gonna have a weird shape here. That's fine. I don't know why, it's just bothering me. I'm not a fan of the way it's... If I do this first... Yeah, I can fix that easy. That's so much better. It was just too lopsided. And then... Yeah. Oops. Perfect. I know that guests really aren't going to be coming back here, right? Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. It needs to connect there. That's perfectly fine. Very nice. I am a fan. And Need to take care of our lights. Yeah, I don't think the lights need a generator or even a distributor to work, if I remember correctly. I play this game so much that somehow I come in here and I act as if I haven't even touched this game in years or something. Okay. It's gonna go a long way just to have some light on the paths out here, because this is gonna be our main walking path for our guest in Fireside Summit. We'll get some heat lamps on this side. To be honest, the way the park is coming out, our wilderness escape park, I'm pretty proud of us, guys. There wasn't much of a plan. We're not rushing it. There might be some moments where I feel like rushing myself, but that's just, you know, my own thought process sometimes. But for a very simple build, I'm very proud of the way this park is coming out so far. I can't wait to get more Planet Coaster series like this out for you guys, as well as we're doing the same thing for Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution 3. I'm gonna stop saying the full name for that game, but it is so fun just to build and not have to, you know, thoughtfully plan out a whole park build, think of super realism. I love doing that, don't get me wrong, and we're gonna have that for each of these games. But sometimes it's fun to just come in here and build and remind myself why I started playing this game, and then enjoying it from the get-go and keep that going. I think it's really important to do that. I think sometimes we forget to. It's not everybody. I know a lot of you guys come in here and you just enjoy. You play, you download some cool blueprints from other people. Something I love doing, seeing what other people have made in the game. And then you're just enjoying the game as it is. But for some of us, we will create these full parks, these custom parks, make everything from scratch. It can be very tedious at times. However, like, because I've done it a few times now, the end result, the finished product when you're done, is so cool to see, to be honest. Like, it's so cool to see what you've made, and it's what I'm enjoying every time in my Adventure Guard series, is seeing what I've been building there. It's so fun to see what's going on, and then having something be finished. And so, before I get sidetracked, I love doing these kind of parks where it's not all about super detailed park builds. Sometimes you just want to put a coaster down, build it very simple, not have to think about each little detailed turn and if a scenery piece will go there, will it fit properly, right? You just want to enjoy yourself. I think this bathroom works here, right? Yeah, because I forgot about adding a bathroom in this area. We don't really need the ivy on there, but that's okay. Some greenery always can never go wrong with it. I would like to add something here, but I'm not exactly sure what. I don't know if that would congest the area too much. So let's see what we've done so far. We've got this awesome coaster. First time building a suspended coaster. We got the lights. This looks terrible, so we'll make sure we power these. We can actually get a distributor maybe tucked away in here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see here, how can I get this done? Where's the... There you go. And if I build a path through that, we should auto tunnel. Make sure we have auto tunnel on as well. Where are you? How will I know if... Okay, let's just make it and then see if it'll do what I want it to do. Perfect. Did not have to think too deep about that. Alright, and then I know these also need some power. We will need something here. We can take care of that right now. Do we try our hand at the solar panel again? I think we do. I think we do. What does this connect to it? Does it really just stick right on top? No. It's kind of pointless, wasn't it? We're not worried about coming over there yet. Okay, so it's looking not too bad. Let's get a coaster here. This will actually then power because we'll need power for that. It gets dark here fast, doesn't it? I feel like we've had more time in the dark than we've had in the daytime so far. This is the other new coaster, but I want to see... Whoa, what is this? Big Bear Mountain Train? You're telling me somebody just... Am I missing something here? I saw this on the workshop and I was like, that could be cool, but... Did they... Okay. If backcar scenery pieces are gone, add second train. If backcar scenery pieces are gone? And remove it again. Huh? Is it just the train that is the build? I am kinda confused. Alright, we're not gonna think too much about it. That's interesting. I don't know if that's a mess up or if the blueprint is just about the train. It might be that. It might be the scenery pieces on the train. I'm not gonna give them too much flack about it. Okay. Now, I know I downloaded something. I think that's one of my own, yeah. Do I just put in one of my old ones? This is ridiculous, but cool. I'm gonna... I'm not sure actually. Because when I built this, it was really heavy, like it was relying on this scenery around the coaster. So I'm not sure why I saved it as a blueprint either. I think the same was with this, yeah. This really needed the scenery. That building you see there is supposed to have a hill or like a bit of a cliff under it. Oh, I saw this. I was very curious about how this works. This is so crazy looking. I think just for the sake of trying it, we'll see. We'll see if we add it actually. But this is so crazy. Like, look at this. We are testing this and we are riding it. This coaster isn't. Cannot test because there are no stations built. Huh? What is this then? What's going on here? What's happening, buddy? It must be scenery, or just a piece for scenery. Thank you for staying patient with me as we figure this out, you guys. Because there are some things I have downloaded that are not working out for us. One was just a station, and one isn't even properly working. I'm sure there's a reason for why they are that way. So we're not gonna hate on the creators here. They must have a reason. The driller. Is this actually the new inverted return? Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that definitely looks like it. Looks like a drill. Yeah, like an oil sight. We're really taking our time here with this. Let's see. Artemis. It would have to be, because the entrance is right here, so it would have to be kind of sticking out like that. I don't know if that'll work. Really good stats for excitement, fear, nausea though. Is that off the workshop or is that? No, that is Frontiers. I guess I didn't download that many off the workshop. I should have. Why don't I do this? Again, why are we making it hard? Okay, so I did just download 3 and a wood wagon with flowers. You know what? You're going somewhere here. We're adding you. It really doesn't fit here, does it? Let's actually... Because why not, right guys? It's cool, right? It's just a wagon with flowers. Like, that's so cool. I love it. All right. Let's go ahead and get just Frontier. What are my creations, actually? Let's try to give some love to my own creations. See if I can... Test Coaster, Rift Wake. I think I have an idea. Cursed Timber could be one, actually. It's not super long. No, not that one. Maybe I'm... Yes, that is a very short wooden one. Where is... There was one that I really enjoyed. Maybe it was a lake howl. We're on a lake. We might have to... No, I'm not a fan of the shape of it right now, though. Do we just go for this? Fear is kind of high. Excitement is high too. That's why I kind of want to use this. It's not the most exciting. I mean, it shows excitement, but when I built this, I knew I could have done better. Okay. Let's go ahead and add a distributor right here. Awesome. Power some of those out too. And let's go ahead and check it out. Please don't judge me too much on this one, guys. Was in my like more earlier days. The lasers, I forgot about the lasers. Oh, that's right. So it faces a lake in my other map. And then not sure what happened there. It just twists around, like full 360. The music is a little more for the October vibe. Yeah, that was a very like slow. The pace of the coaster is definitely a lot slower than I remember. But yeah, there's so many things that I've learned now I would change for this. That support was... Sorry, I got a little close to the mic. The support was very close to the coaster there though. Okay, not too long of a coaster actually. Yeah, how long? 57 seconds? Yeah, not even a full minute. Track length. Average speed of 42. That's right. Okay. Is there really 0 airtime? Okay. I don't know how this has 4 Oh, it has to be because of this station build. Okay, makes sense. Let's go ahead and connect this. We are definitely adding this to the mix right now. We already got the wooden walls, so that's perfect. I couldn't remember the reasoning. There must have been a reason for these doors here. And the moss on the windows, it looks like. Yeah. There has to be. Okay. Let's go ahead. Do this. Can I do this actually? I can. Very nice. Sometimes it gets stuck in the wall, and I was hoping it won't do that, and it didn't. Let's make sure that, oops. Let's make sure we actually go through the center there. Yeah, that's as close as I think we're gonna get it. Alright. Twilight Torrent. I don't remember what the reasoning was on the name. There must have been. It must have been a very cool reasoning, okay? I'm pretty sure. Let's get the purple color since it's more purple themed. And maybe we do the same thing. Although I don't want them to see that generator. Yeah, see how it goes into the wall? Let's avoid that. There we go. Okay. I could have it do this. We won't make it go all the way to the beginning. Come out here. Okay, cool. I don't see this being super popular, so that queue might be a little longer than it needs to be. So we will just hope for the best. Let's make sure, yep, any load. Let's change that max weight. Change this to 30 seconds as well. And then, where is the, did that excitement go down? Looks like it did. We'll go ahead and make this $12. Okay. Everything is there. You're attending. Perfect. Okay. We'll try not to cover up too much because there is the... You get this really cool view. Is this a river? I think it is. It's a very wide river. We'll just put some trees actually. Increase that a little bit. Hope you guys aren't tired of seeing the pine trees over and over. I really hope not. Pine tree is one of my just favorite trees in general. I love them. The pine tree and the redwood tree. If you guys have any favorite tree, I know that's something you might not think about too much, but if you do, let me know in the comments. And then if we add the same bush, do we actually go for maybe something different here? Yeah, we can do that one. Although, does that work? Yeah, it kind of does. Okay. And I think once we add maybe just some small rocks, that's large, yeah. And decrease that. Yeah, I think that can be kind of cool. Make sure because I know this kind of sits low, that the rocks aren't hitting the guest. There might, so we'll avoid that, and there we go. Yeah, that's fine, that works. Are you going to the attendants? Yeah, there's already a attendant here. I wonder what they're doing, unless maybe giving that attendant a break. Okay. Let's see if the guests are saying anything. Yes. That is what I was afraid of. Looks too scary. You know what? Props to you for writing this, if you can. I wonder if it's because of the GeForces. Yeah, this vertical GeForce being close to 5, basically 5 Gs. This is a reason right here. Has to be. Speed isn't like crazy either, so this I'm assuming is a reason. Maybe this too, but right here. I'm surprised about that. Okay. There's 0 airtime. If you guys can remember, there's something we are forgetting to do here. We're not adding photo booths. So let's go ahead. The exit is here actually. Connect ride. I'm curious to see what the actual right spot will be for this. Okay, might be here. Yeah, I knew it. Could there be one over here though, where we get that first roll? Yes, not bad. And I think we get some of that in the background if we go here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, my brain is having difficulty processing. Okay, so it needs to go this way. Maybe spin a little bit. What if we went over here? And what if you had that like in the background a little? I don't know which the green thing does. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Let's not do that then. Do we get that upside down pick? You know? Having the water in the background is kind of cool, right? It was just such a random... Yeah, that might be better. Let's do that. Won't think too much about it. And let's actually open this and then I'll do the idea I have. That's fine. Okay. You're connected to that. So something I realized I haven't been doing in, you know, most of my parks is when I add these cameras, it is pretty odd to just have a floating camera there, right? It doesn't make any sense. And so I thought maybe we add a support, and if it's, where's this thing? Yes. It's not going to attach to it, so we're going to have to do it ourselves. Oops. When you have to get really into these small little inner workings of something, it is so hard to get the camera. Oh, that was blinding. What the heck was that? I mean, we should have done better. Okay, it's taking a picture that way, so this would be the right spot, right? Okay. What if we actually did this, that looks more like a brace, kind of. If I had something coming under that, that would actually make a lot more sense. And I believe we do have those types of pieces. If you guys are seeing this and you want to do it yourself, maybe you're already doing it and you have a much better, cooler, making more sense type of way of making the floating cameras look like they're meant to be there. But if you haven't yet, I hope this is helping you with your own idea. Maybe you'll try it yourself. Does that even make sense though? Okay, if I do this, no, let's do this. Okay. Bring this. Oops. Yeah. See, when you're working in much smaller, this is something I need to get much better about. Okay. There must be some mouse and keyboard settings that I can alter to make it more, like my mouse to be a little bit not so fidgety. Alright. And then, does this actually have this might have been better. Okay. Now, do we connect this to maybe right here? I think we do. This is circular, so we'll get a circular piece here. Definitely go smaller. Maybe 35. It might be still just too big. Maybe how small can we go? 20? Okay. So you don't want something to be just sticking out like that too much. That'd be kind of weird. Okay. Alright, and is it floating? No, it's in there. Okay, cool. Now, oops. Let's do this first. Make it all one scenery group. How do I do that? I always do that. Am I on world access? What's going on here? No, I'm not. Why are you going to the side there, buddy? If I do a single piece, will it do the same thing? No? That's so weird. Okay. I think it's because I'm not working on the world axis is why it's doing that. And then when it comes this way, I'll put like a bracket right there. How? Will this actually connect to the support? Let's find out right now. I hope so. Please don't be floating. Please don't be floating. You are kind of floating. Okay, we'll fix that angle. That is an easy fix. And then bring it up a little. Perfect. That's fine, because we'll put a bracket there. Okay. Would it have made more sense for this to just go directly like that? Yes, 100% it would have made more sense. But why not make it a little more complicated, you know? We're not here to just make, like, accurate supports. Come on now. We're here to have some fun and make it a little bit more frustrating for ourselves. It would have been so much easier just to have that go straight to the support. Sometimes, you guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the... Where's... What can I put here that looks like it's almost like a bracket? I just saw this piece here and it might have been better to put this under. I'm just gonna ignore that and pretend like we didn't see this piece, because this piece works so much better. You know what? This works because if I take, let's say, let's turn the flashlight off. There's just too much. If I take this, yes, that makes me so happy. Okay. Yeah. Now it looks like, you know, it looks like something. Please don't judge. That's gonna stay there perfect. And then we'll put something here. I really need to get a better idea of my camera angles. Do we just maybe place one of these? That was pretty large. Okay. Let's turn that off. Yes, we can do that. And where'd it go? There it is. Oh my goodness. From, what was it, 10 or 20 to 112? Makes sense. Maybe 25? Might be still too big. Let's see here. Yeah, still too big. 18? Maybe I'm just actually coming out a little bit too far? Yeah, that's why. It does need to be a little larger, actually. Okay, and just so this gap right here can be filled. Yes. What do you guys think? I am kind of proud. Okay, I'm kind of proud. I think it's pretty cool. I've been thinking about why I'm just letting cameras float in the air. And now we actually have a solution. We can make some weird L-shaped angles. Cool. All right, we got that done. That didn't take us long at all, right? That wasn't too long. We got 2 coasters. Let's get a shop here. But overall, I am pretty proud of this whole area. I think it looks cool. Like just all of the wilderness escape. We'll get some shops. I want to see if we can just make a simple plaza with maybe we use the frontier ones? Could. Although I'm pretty sure I actually did make some shops for... Oh, you know what, guys? I just remembered. Let's actually put this in first. The coffee shop right in the middle of the lake. That'd be pretty cool. You know that'd be pretty cool. Once it starts snowing, we'll really be able to see this. And then... Is that just right in the water? Let's raise it up a little bit more. What's that? Okay. Is this a 12? Maybe. Is it 11 actually? Yes, perfect. Yeah, that works. Although, how do you power this? Oh no. Oh no. Welcome to the video where we've tried to figure out how to power just a simple coffee shop. I'm not gonna put this under the water. I know that is a terrible idea. So the distributor has quite the range. It's so funny because it's just right there. I could have put this closer, but why would I do that? I wanted it to come out a little bit, you know? That's half the fun of sitting in this coffee shop in the middle of the lake. Where can I place this temporarily? That's not going to power it. Do we put it here? Bear with me. We'll make this into a little facility thing. What's intersecting? The water, maybe? And yes, that is not great, but we will make this work for us. Maybe we have this be... Actually, does this power the remaining? No, it doesn't. That's okay. I promise you, the distribution of power throughout this park will never be like this in our future parks. This was a not so great example of how you make power grids and layouts in Planet Coaster 2. I do like the idea of this brick wall. Can you... Yes, there you go. Or do we actually add this one? Yeah. Okay. You know, it's not, you never want just a random distributor sitting in the middle of an amazing lakeside view path. I promise I'm not making a fireplace. I promise. I know it looks like it, but we are not doing that here. Let's make sure it's enough. Yeah. Yes. We have made quite the random scenery pieces in today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed that as much as I have. I think it was pretty fun just to make a camera mount for the coaster. Didn't think I would be doing that today, but now I know what to do for future roller coasters. How'd that come out? Right about there. Okay. And I think this would work perfectly fine. That up right there. Perfect. Just to fix the texture fighting. Okay. And then we come right over here, do the same thing. Awesome. I think they're able to get through there. This we'll say that this is removable, right? It is like they can get through. We will pretend that they can get through. Is there a maybe? Okay, this black. Make this red to be like, you know, don't touch this. This is not safe. I know we have that there, but maybe we can add another one. Is that, I'm sure there's a, this is safety, but what does it do? It's for water. Is that somebody peeing? That is definitely somebody peeing in the middle there. I'm sure that there is a safety warning sign. These are like emergency exits. We'll put this here for now. I wish I could scale this to be smaller, but it seems like I'm not able to. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Let's add it for now and see what else we can actually do here. You know what? I think the toy box pack had this like lightning look thunder thingy. Keep in mind it's under the building area. Okay, so what is this? Alien swirly eye. Doodle lightning. I think this makes the most sense. Okay, I just think it does. I know, it's just so silly. That's the sun, spiky bubble. Is this a barcode? That's cool. That's just a stop sign. Oh, we do actually have these kind of signs actually. I just remembered. This is for the taxi. There are some very useful stickers here. Okay, I just remembered. If we go back to our signs, is that under miscellaneous? Maybe here, yes. Do we maybe put this one? Yeah. Actually, I think it's better if we put in the corners. And just a big one of these guys right here. Go ahead and get rid of that. I'm keeping these because those are cool. Alright, so there we have it. Cover up our... What's going on here? Cover up the distributor that's powering our wonderful coffee shop. And let's get a plaza. Oh, look at these daredevils. That's cool. I'm so proud of you guys. I would actually like to see that laser show that I made at night now. I had no idea I had ever done something like that. Or at least for this ride. I've messed with light triggers afterwards, but I should do this more often. These triggers are kind of cool where the lasers just pop out. I wish I could get rid of these. I will do that in a second. Alright, Everyone seated? Let's see this. I love it. And then you see the other coaster, the lake. That's so cool. Random 360 spin. I'm not sure why. Turn over. That's great. That track going over your head there is a little sketch. Yeah, that roll and the way it slows down there is just terrible. But 7 Excitement is pretty cool. I think that for the coaster, it's not bad. Okay. I just don't like the way this looks like in the background. Since we have this here, we can definitely add another generator. I think... Oh, come on. We were so close. If I actually take this and power here, will this... No? It won't? Okay. Is the solar panel more? Why am I not seeing the range for it though? Okay, and I'm just so shocked that this isn't powering this either. Hey there, buddy. Can you do me a favor and just... Can we duplicate this? Add scenery to bonus. Or, I don't know why I said bonus. Let's do that. We made this cool little station. Why not use it, right? And that should have powered that. I'm so confused. What do you mean? Is this just not... Nope. Extra power required. Connected generators. Okay. We're gonna figure this out. Bear with me here. I think we need to add a new distributor. Awesome. I just one more. It's just one more left. Why you do this? I know exactly what we're putting here. This is another ride of mine I made, and it really sticks out there. It's crazy. Is it the Screaminator? Yes. A little, maybe too tropical looking. Maybe we do we already have this one, maybe? The Sunflare? No, we don't. We can do this. We'll do the Screaminator for another park that's more tropical. Let's go ahead and add this. Exit is that side? Okay, cool. Right there in the center. You can go ahead and test. And how to go ahead and take the railing off, and let's do that. Perfect. This is such a cool ride, but just so scary, right? And you know what? Being that it is snowy here, I'm gonna use the other sunflower ride that I made for Winter Guard, because I think it's a really cool ride actually. Just the theming on it at least. Oh, that caused some FPS issue. And yeah, that's the entrance there. Perfect. We already have a queue made up too, which makes it easy. How about that? Go ahead and move this to right here. And maybe we can just connect this with the edit tool. That's awesome. Glad that worked. Great. Put this into testing. Oh, can I already open it? That's great. And you don't want them to have to wait too long. I refuse to charge my guests too much. So this I made in my other series, and it's so cool. It's called the High Sleigh. And I custom made these sleighs for each, before they run off from me, I custom made these sleighs for each of the ride seats. And I think it goes so cool, especially with the center pillar. When you see this in the air, it really is just awesome. There they go. Yeah, I'm very proud of this one. I think it was this and another flat ride of mine are probably my favorite flat rides. We're just gonna go ahead and actually add that. We're gonna add 2 flat rides that I am the most proud of. Let's go ahead, maybe right here. I do like the way the clock is kind of shining there, so actually, you know what? We could totally do this. I think this would be much cooler, because you are seeing it from across the lake as well. We don't need 2. Where are you getting power from? We don't need too much of a queue for this one. $104 is bargain. What's premium? What? No. Nope. 20 bucks. That's crazy, right? I mean, I don't even know how you can charge $100 for a ride. Let's go ahead and put you into testing. We already have that. Let's connect the exit first. Wait, that's the exit. Kind of a long walk. This was I had actually submitted this one to the Halloween showcase that Frontier was doing for Planet Coaster 2. I love this one. Not to brag, but it was on the feature page. I'm of course kidding. I'm not bragging at all. But this was such a fun build. I was so happy to make something like this. Can I actually change this? Maybe we do. We'll go for the blue queue and let's go for duck blue. I do like that one. railing we'll make black. Alright. That's at 90 degrees. Awesome. How far is this? Okay. Is this gonna... Go ahead and move that. And how does this look from over here? Does this go with the vibe? Not entirely, but because we have snow and so many pine trees, I think it's pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like from down here. Oh, I can't see that when that's open. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This is gonna bother me. It really is just gonna bother me. So this is on, and this can turn on. Cool. Maybe we have we do the same thing. That's absolutely lovely. Okay. And we'll go ahead and fill this space up. It's looking a little bit too open and such. And these guys have a really cool view when they're up there. I'm not jealous at all. And where's the dark bush? Yeah. This combo works so well for this park. Did we add a staff path for this? No, we didn't. We should take care of that. Okay. You know, it looks nice in the snow. But I just know when this snow dissolves, this might not look as pretty as it does right now. It happened to us when we were building this, if you guys remember. I was like, in the snow, it looks cool. And then when the snow left us, it did not look as cool. It really didn't. Okay, do we have guests? That's great. Okay. I don't know if anybody's gonna ride this yet. I like this because you look like you're swinging into the lake. Yeah, this is pretty cool. How does it look from here? We have a very full, busy park, don't we? I'm proud of us, guys. This is really nice. The light throughout just looks very nice. The Fireside Summit, the point was to just have everything around the lake. Was not to just, you know, go too deep in and then we have some new things. That could be a future park where we do actually theme a whole lake, like Lake Tahoe, and then you build in, like, have, there's a Truckee River and such, so we can do that kind of stuff in a whole park of itself. But here we really want to feature the lake. I think if I actually add, I'm sure I made a plaza. Let's get this ice cream shop in. I know, right? It's snowing. Who's gonna have ice cream right now? Somebody will have ice cream. Trust me. We're gonna actually flip this because... No, let's not do that, actually. We're gonna put this here. I'll tell you guys why. You see this balcony thingy right here? It's supposed to be it was built to have a view of the lake. Maybe we actually add it over here. And because the path is right there, right? I am kind of a fan of this. Make sure this is going down. sometimes the most hidden spots are the coolest, right? You guys know some of the hole in the wall spots. Although this is just stick it out there, isn't it? I think this would be cool. Let's do that. Make sure that this is actually on the ground. And connect our path. Does this say 8 maybe? Yes. Here. And just connect like that. We'll get rid of these trees. I feel like we've been neglecting some of our things here. Some of our task as a park owner. If you guys hear the song that's playing right now through the game, this is one of my favorite songs in the game. Okay, that's pretty cool. You need power. I could definitely just stick a distributor maybe right here. It's kind of tough to see these buildings and rides with the snow going on. I wonder when the snow goes away. I love it, but it is tough to see things. Put it right under there. And where is a generator for us? Let's go ahead and keep using this one. Great. Is this open though? It is not. There we go. A little bit dark in there. Okay, so this was another build for my... Actually, this was a build for a park called Fireside Summit. That's right. So placing this was perfect. These lights need to be tan. So a lot of these builds were me as a newcomer in this game. But they're pretty cool. Oh, this guy's so... We're gonna turn the flashlight on. Look at the moose. Look at the moose that I made. Please don't laugh at it. It looks like a mix of a, what would you, maybe a mouse and something else. I can't think of it just yet. But that's not a moose. It's cool though. I like it. I'm not gonna hate too much. And then more seating. And then this was the ice cream spot called Alpine Swirl. Made a custom, what are these called? Just ice cream bucket, like where you come and select your flavors. Turn on the flashlight, but yeah, this was so cool. I'm so happy. This was these I took from the workshop. Can't remember the name of the blueprint though. I don't think I have it anymore though. This is cool. If you guys like this, I'll share it in the description. A couple of these actually. These 3 right here are on my workshop actually, if you ever want to download that. Not this though, I'm not proud of that. This is actually on the workshop too. So here, I'm thinking we add a plaza. Like maybe make a plaza here. That might be kind of nice. And I'm so tempted to just use these. I really am. This is something I downloaded off the workshop, right? Yeah. But I think we used this already. No, we haven't. I think we can use that. I actually did have another... This is a changing room. Let's see if I can find it. I think it is actually really cool. Yes. Thank you. Wait. What's going on? Why is there... What? Okay, we're gonna fix this. Let's delete this. Let's make sure we don't lose our fireplaces actually. Split those from the building. Delete that. and bring it over here. I think this is perfect because they are called Lakeview shops. And we've got a view of the lake right there. Okay, connects to the path right there. Do we just do that? Nope. Maybe like so. And then if I do this, maybe we put a little bit of a gap between. You're not floating, right? I really hope you're not. Cool. That kind of worked out, right? We can probably just take the shape. Yes, excellent. I love it. And move this to the side here. Take this lamp. Perfect. Oh, these are cool. I'm so happy. This is just looking way more out of place than ever now. Why not do that, right? I knew there was a reason why we had that there. If I add the generator behind, because now that we have that space, $7,000 more than earlier. Would you look at that? I wish we could get this to at least a 4. 3.1 is not that great of a rating for a park. I wonder what's holding us back. Yeah, we're definitely putting a generator. We're getting rid of that one. Because it does cover the space for our coffee shop as well. What is this? What is this doing? Is this not really? Do I just need to move this closer? Nope, I refuse. We're putting it back. Yeah, we're gonna just do that. Unless... Don't do anything. Don't do anything where you're like, nope, not gonna work. Oh my gosh, why are you playing these games with me? We just have to change this again. Remember what happened last time. What's going on here? Why are you guys having a power issue? We have a whole generator. Condition, refurbish. Power available. You guys, we are just... We're not doing a great job on our power situation, are we, in this park? I promise you, you will not see this type of... What would you call that, you know? Lacking of skill in future park builds ever again. I promise you that. I shouldn't be making promises, but this is just so random. Okay, let's go ahead and open these shops up. That's fantastic. So we got some gift shops now. And we'll delete these guys. Add some food shops in there. We'll get a... Definitely a hot dog. I add this. Yes, it will. Perfect. And pizza pen. And for my vegan friends out there, not gonna leave you hanging. And I know we need soda. Let's get a plaza right here. we're not doing that. Let's go ahead and draw this one in, actually. My own curve? No. Really? Okay. Maybe we keep doing the stamp tool? Just make it look a little strange. Don't mind me. Okay, and right here, I'm thinking we add, you know, our drink options for the guest. I could actually add these fellas right here. Although, if I remember correctly, they do need to be on the path a little bit. Otherwise, the counter doesn't actually get in there. Okay. Definitely want a gulpy. I'm going to put it out here for now and then just squeeze them in. Pip shop. Yes. And a soda delightful. Yeah, I love that name. Okay. Does that? Yeah.
Soda.
Now if I come here. That'd be fine. Yeah. Awesome. Same thing with you. Maybe we should turn the light on, right? why we do this to ourselves every time? Okay. And Pip Shop juice. Perfect. I thought it was about to tell me power again, and I was gonna say, are you like, do you understand the amount of generators we have here? Don't do this to me. Okay. Are these guys open? I wonder if I can click the building. Yes. Should have done the same thing here, right? And we'll go ahead and add some patio chairs. We'll make one. We're next to a lake, so what would be the best? The picnic bench, maybe? Yeah, I'm thinking that might be our option. Aren't they all picnic benches? What am I talking about? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. They're all picnic benches. Sorcery, no. Sci-fi. I do like this one, the Planet Coaster one. It's got the wood accent. It just goes well. The blue goes well with our lake color. Maybe we change that. Yeah, that's totally fine. And go ahead and add an umbrella or parasol. We already used these ones in the other place. Yeah, perfect. Do we actually make this black? I like that. Alright. Go ahead and create this group and duplicate these. Not sure why I'm spinning you around. That looks weird, we'll fix that. It's a little random placement for guests to enjoy. that one was too close. Okay, perfect. Don't like that. Should have done that before. Just stamp it in. Sometimes that's, I think this isn't going in. Okay, that worked. Because there's a toilet, yeah. Which, these are perfect. Not only do you get shops, but we've taken care of the bathroom option for our guest here now too. It's just a purple building there, you know? Don't mind it. Wow guys, I am so happy with this whole area. Let's go ahead and cover up the back so it doesn't look too empty. We're gonna get a lot of this taken care. Why are you... What if I increase this? Never done that high of intensity. Just make it look like it's a pretty big clutter. Not clutter, what is the right word? Why are they going in like these random bunches? It's kind of weird. And use that same bush combo right in the front here. Perfect. Okay. That's so cool. I love this. I hope you guys, this is my favorite thing right now. That's why we had to build a whole distributor, place it like this, because this had to work. I'm not about to place a distributor in the water. That is so unsafe. And it is looking a kind of like bare here. So let's go ahead and make that a little better too. I didn't want to cover up too much here. Just see that. And yeah, these guests are like, it's okay. At least it's not $100, right? I really need to make a custom scenery brush for, or what are these called? Yeah, scenery brush for the rocks. I wonder if this is the move or not. It's not bad because this is the open side. We can kind of close off the rock like area a little bit here. Okay. Wow. What do you guys think? I think this is it. So with that, I think this is a good place to leave Wilderness Escape Park. It looks fantastic. We'll do a quick walkthrough as well as a quick run through of what's been done. We made a custom little makeshift working highway. If you guys saw that video, definitely try it out for yourself if you haven't done that before. I think it really brings the park alive. We made a very small main street. This was our first flat ride, as well as the timber coaster as our first coaster. And then this was another flat ride, a frontier coaster. We should probably just do a quick walkthrough, yeah, so we can get in there. So let's see, turn off our flashlight. The lighting is pretty cool too right now. Come into our entrance. Do a little dancing right here, get excited. I like this. It's a little congested, but I think it's pretty cool. See that right in front of you? Oh, see, this is why you do walkthroughs. I think that looks so cool from the distance. Can we see? I didn't even check. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Let's see them drop down. Wow, I love it. And this was our first area. We're gonna ignore the failed generator situation there. Is our coaster tucked now? No, it's right here. I was really happy with that view. That was, for some reason, so important for me. And then we made that coaster. That's our longest coaster in the park. I don't think we actually have a name for it either. But it gives you a cool view of the park when you get to that point right there. You see what I mean by the floating camera? Now that we've made a bracket, we should definitely do the same. You should go to the bathroom, sir. I think you too. You need to go. Just go. Got that off the workshop. This was our second custom coaster. People seem to love this. I love it. Right as we're talking about it, bike inside coaster cart is cheap. Thanks. I like to make sure my guests get whatever they want. This was our first plaza area. I think that's pretty cool. And then we had made this lighthouse cliffside flat ride. The whole scenery and flat ride was taken from the workshop. I'd share that description code or workshop code in the last one. Definitely download this. This is such a cool build, and you guys could easily place it on a cliff like I've done here. Maybe put some water down like that. Really brings it all together. And then you get views like this, and you get to see something like that. That's so cool. I will brag about that. That is my either number 1 or number 2 favorite flat ride I've made. And then we'll come right through this cave and enter Fireside Summit. You really hear that generator, don't you? And you've got the high sleigh. What am I stuck on? Okay. Yeah, this is so cool. This looks so nice when it's actually snowing too. That's why I added this snow piles right under, just to kind of complete the look, and you see it here as well, in case it's not snowing. That just looks great, and I'm glad we changed the color of the Ferris wheel. I think that looks so nice. And then we have the Gale Force or Gale Wind flat ride. I think it looks really cool, probably when you're going over the bridge and you see that clock. Yeah. It's not exactly in theme with the whole Fireside Summit, but being in the corner back there, and it's got at least we have a clock tower in the park. I think it looks so cool. And then we've got that ice cream shop right there, right over the lake. But that looks so cool. I should turn off the overlay. I don't know why I had that on. Yeah. And then the mist or smoke starts to appear when the ride starts. And then we have the most important coffee shop in the whole park, right there in the center, kind of in the center. I'm glad we did the shop ideas right there. It really looks cool. It kind of similar to a boardwalk, kind of. We got the coaster there, and this was the other custom coaster we made. Although that's custom too, we didn't make it in this episode. And should we ride this? I think we should ride this one more time. I think we should. Can I just enter right here? I think we need to wait for it to come. Let's speed that up. Oh, we saw. Oh, I didn't even realize that. You see them come across like that? That's why we put these windows in. That's so cool. Okay, let's speed that up again. Let's see if we see them come around. Yes. Perfect. Come on, newcomers. Let's get on the ride. We're we're not going to go through this chain lift. I'm not going to bore you guys with that. Do we change the angle actually? Because we had ridden the guest view. Do we do front bumper? Look forward. Let's do front bumper. Why not, right? Alright. Hope you guys enjoy it. Well, there we have it. And right through our last roll, I believe. Yes, that was. That's cool. I'm glad we tried out the new coaster from the toy box pack. I really like that. And I'm really proud of this. It's basically a no-rushed park that we got done with no plan, nothing like it. And I think it turned out pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get into our ice cream shop. Has anybody even in here? Have you had any guests? I don't think you have. Oh, I would totally hang out in here all day. Let's go ahead and get that view. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I really like that. But this was awesome. I can't wait to, build more parks like this that are at a relaxed, slow kind of pace. But I think in the end, we make something pretty awesome. So next time we'll start something new, a different park, a different theme, and the same pace. I hope you're enjoying the style of video we're doing here for the Planet Coaster 2. Besides the Winter Guard series, I think this is a lot of fun and I'm enjoying it. I'm having so much fun just building some random pieces here and there, and hope you guys are as well. So until next time, I hope you're having a wonderful day as well as an awesome week. Take care. Bye.